Time now for the morning rush. We start with breaking overnight news. A victim is recovering in the hospital this morning after a shooting near Alameda and 4th Street. According to deputies, Alameda is back open. 4th Street, though, just north of the area, remains closed in both directions. Chris.
Yeah, let's take a look at the next big weather maker we're keeping an eye on. It's this backdoor cold front that's going to sneak its way into eastern parts of the state as we head into tomorrow. That's going to increase moisture and enhance those winds. Here in the metro, we may see winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour as we head into tomorrow afternoon. David?
Billionaire Jeffrey Epstein sits in a Manhattan jail this morning. Yesterday, the 66-year-old pleaded not guilty to molesting young girls at his homes in New York and Florida. Epstein owns a massive ranch in Stanley, New Mexico. That property is not named in the latest indictment. However, older court records say some alleged victims say they were taken there.
Pentagon officials still deciding whether to authorize additional troops to the border. Homeland Security asked for 1,000 additional troops to assist Customs and Border Protection. If approved, almost 3,000 National Guard members will be stationed along the border. Roughly 2,300 active duty troops are already there.
The city is still trying to find those responsible for damaging a piece of art on Civic Plaza. Artist Thomas Bowers was commissioned by the city to create a piece of art from a donated piano. It's been on display in Civic Plaza for about a month now, but just yesterday, Bowers got a call that it had been damaged. The keys had been stripped off, the surface was gone, and a lot of the wires also vandalized.
The feds are finally giving a new school grading system the okay. The Journal now reports the feds approved changes made to the state's education plan. Earlier this year, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham signed a bill to replace the current system with an online school dashboard that will show how each public school is performing in several areas. A teen murder suspect in custody this morning. 17-year-old Timothy Malik was arrested yesterday in connection to the shooting death of 20-year-old Isaiah Villanueva. Deputies say Malik and 17-year-old Angel Grado opened fire last month at a home near Rio Bravo and 2nd Street after a fight broke out.
Department of Homeland Security officials will testify in front of Congress. They will discuss a report by Inspector General. Now, it found serious overcrowding at migrant facilities. The acting Secretary of Homeland Security and the new acting head of Immigration and Customs Enforcement have been asked to testify at a congressional hearing on Friday.
This morning, a New Mexico driver is facing charges accused of driving drunk onto a law enforcement training track. State police say the man crashed through a fence, then drove onto the track in Santa Fe while they were teaching yesterday. Luckily, no one was hurt. Chris.
Yeah, let's take a look at that Metro Threat Index today. Going to be pretty low, sitting at a 2, and that's because of the afternoon hot temps we're going to see. Just make sure you stay hydrated and wear that sunscreen. David?
Happening today, the community of Roswell will come together for a prayer vigil for the Roswell Fire Department. 2 firefighters were hurt in a fireworks explosion last month. Now, one is back home. Meanwhile, the other is still recovering at a Lubbock hospital. The prayer vigil will be held at the Wool Bowl. That's in Roswell at 6 p.m. tonight.
The Air Force Research Lab in Bernalillo County, they're expected to announce a new program today. Officials say the program will help connect local small businesses and entrepreneurs with opportunities with the Air Force. The goal is to help boost the local economy and create more jobs.
Parents, listen up. There's still time to sign up your high schooler for a first-hand look at the life of an APD officer. The department is hosting a junior police academy. It's happening from August 5th through the 9th. Now, teens will go through physical training, classroom lectures, hands-on instruction, and even take field trips. You can apply for this at alwayson.krqe.com.
Health alert for you now. The CDC says measles cases are actually slowing down, but show no sign of letting up. As of last week, the number of cases nationwide hit around 1,100 cases. That's up 14 cases from the previous week and the highest number reported in the U.S. since 1992.
The Duke City is now featured in a popular Colorado magazine for its quirky spots. Denver magazine 5280 is encouraging visitors to come here, highlighting all the things that people can do in just a couple of days. Take for instance, checking out the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, La Cumbre Brewing, Frontier Restaurant, the Chemo Theater, and the Sandia Peak Tramway. Chris.
Yeah, David, let's get a look at that traffic this morning. Everything is looking pretty good along I-40 as well as I-25 now. Near 4th Street and Alameda there, it remains closed in both directions because there is some police activity, but elsewhere, looking at the Big I, everything going really smoothly along I-25 and I-40. Crystal?
It's a fun story for you. A Texas couple got a big surprise from their favorite restaurant as they celebrated their 62nd wedding anniversary. BJ and Danny Mormon celebrated the special day at Whataburger. The restaurant went the extra mile for their most loyal customers who actually stop by twice a day. Their reason? The food and each other's company.
Well, we're keeping an eye on this backdoor cold front that's going to move into parts of the state as we head into tomorrow. We're going to see an uptick in the moisture as well as an increase in those winds. All right. Well, time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, Denver Magazine 5280 is now promoting Albuquerque and all the quirky spots around town, as well as the things that you can check out here. Now, so that includes some local spots like the La Cumbre Brewery, the Frontier Restaurant, the Chemo Theater, and the Sandia Peak Tramway. The article also touts how cheap it is to fly here. If you'd like to check out that article or even plan a quirky staycation here in town, we have a link to it at alwayson.krqe.com.
Number 4, now the city of Albuquerque is still trying to find those responsible for damaging a piece of art on Civic Plaza. Artist Thomas Bowers was commissioned by the city to create a piece of art out of a donated piano. Now, the city informed Bowers yesterday that it had been damaged beyond repair. The keys had been stripped off, the surface was gone, and a lot of the wires had been damaged. The city is now combing through surveillance video, hoping the vandals were caught on camera.
And at number 3, we're keeping a close eye on a backdoor cold front that's going to work its way in the eastern parts of the state. Now, here in the metro, we're not really going to see a big change in temperatures or an increase in precipitation, but what we are going to see is an uptick in those winds as that front kind of sneaks through the East Canyon. Yeah, we're going to see those winds pick up out of the east tomorrow evening at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Secure the lawn furniture as well as the trash cans.
Number 2, billionaire Jeffrey Epstein sits in a Manhattan jail this morning, accused of molesting dozens of young girls. But now court records show a connection between his alleged victims and a ranch here in New Mexico. CBS reports that some of the girls were taken to the Zorro Ranch near Stanley, New Mexico, which he does own, although that property is not named in the latest indictment. Yesterday, the 66-year-old pleaded not guilty to charges that he recruited, then molested dozens of young girls at his homes in New York and in Florida from 2002 through 2005. Investigators say he is a flight risk and his bail hearing is set for next week. They're also asking more victims to come forward in this case.
And at number 1, breaking overnight news, a victim is recovering in the hospital this morning after a shooting near Alameda and 4th Street. Bernalillo County deputies are continuing their investigation at this time. According to BCSO's Twitter, Alameda has been reopened, but 4th Street, just north of the area, remains closed in both directions. We will, of course, continue to update you on this story as it develops.